Today we're going over the top 3 Arena 14 Serenity Peak decks for you guys to use to absolutely crush through this arena. Let's quickly go over each of the decks today, and they're going to hop into a match with every single one of them so you know exactly how to play these decks. Once you get into the arena, you'll have absolutely no problem taking down opponents. So deck number 1, it's going to be a double P.E.K.K.A. Wizard Witch deck. You have the Goblin Barrel and Skeleton Army for some nice spell bait, and overall this deck is going to be pretty good because you have a lot of P.E.K.K.A.s to shred enemy tanks like Mega Knights, Electro Giants, things you might see. You have some good splash damage here with the Wizard and the Witch to help you distract, and then you also have the Baby Dragon to help take out other air units and do some splash damage in the air. Now for the log, if you don't have it, you can go ahead and swap in arrows. Arrows are going to be completely fine in this deck. The log obviously is going to be really good as well though if you do have that legendary card. The Goblin Barrel and the Skeleton Army, like I said, are going to be bait cards. So if they have a zap spell, then you can place your Skarmy, they'll zap it, then you're free to go on your Goblin Barrel right on their tower. You'll take it down. It'll be a GG's. Deck number 2 is going to be a similar style with some bait cards in here because people really don't know how to play against it, but you have a Mega Knight with a Hog Rider as your win conditions. Now the Mega Knight, you're going to be able to get that on tower, especially if you have a high level one with this deck, because you have things like Valkyrie and Witch to defend everything, or even put your Witch behind the Mega Knight. It's going to be fantastic. And then deck number 3 is going to be this log bait variation deck where you have the Dark Goblin, the Goblin Barrel, and the Skeleton Barrel, and the Skeleton Army for a bunch of bait. The Infernal Tower to take down other tanks. You have the Fireball and Log as your combination of spells. And once again, if you don't have the Log, toss in the arrows, and I think the arrows will work just fine. Now keep in mind, this guy that we're playing against here probably has more trophies than Arena 14. You never know though. But we're going to go ahead and Skeleton Army his Goblin Barrel. We are going in here for some defense. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to Wizard this actually. It's 5 elixir for countering 3 elixir. Certainly not ideal, but what I think we might do is we might go with a mini P.E.K.K.A. early. See if we're going to be able to get any extra value out of this. We see a Princess. We will surely see a Swarm card, and there it is. Now we're going to save our log for the Goblin Barrel. We're going to be able to go in for our Baby Dragon here. We do know that he's going to have the Goblin Barrel coming in, so there it is. Let's go ahead and log it. We'll take it down. So we're facing Log Bait, a really popular deck here with our deck. So this is going to be very intense. He might have the Infernal Tower, which will be very good against our P.E.K.K.A. We don't have a zap. We don't have any resets like that. So we're going to really need to play some good defense here. So that's going to be all that it takes. Now what I think we might do, since he has the log, is we might honestly go in. Actually, no, let's just P.E.K.K.A. the back here. We know that he's got probably Infernal Tower, but either way, getting a P.E.K.K.A. down in 1 times elixir can be very powerful, very overwhelming for some opponents. So we'll see if we're going to get anything done with that P.E.K.K.A., guys. P.E.K.K.A. is going to move up. We're going to be able to go in for a Wizard here, and then hopefully we can take this all out. Maybe even go for a Goblin Barrel on an Infernal Tower that we might see. Who knows? The rocket comes down. The Goblins are getting distracted by the P.E.K.K.A. and they're going to get on tower to get us a little bit of damage. And he spent 6 elixir on that rocket. So what I think we might do is we might go in for a Skeleton Army in front. He does decide to log, which is a well played, but the Goblins still get no shots. Now we're going in with our mini P.E.K.K.A. He's going to have to Knight or Goblin Gang. I didn't actually think he would be back to the Goblin Gang already, but he is. So that's all good. We're going to go ahead and save our log now for his Goblin Barrel once again, because we have a slower cycle in him. We're going to have to keep that in mind. He does a little bit more tower damage there. Let's go ahead, toss down our Baby Dragon at the bridge. We might catch a Princess. We might not. Either way, let's see what he has to do here to take down this Baby Dragon. We're also going to go ahead and actually Witch this, because if we can get a P.E.K.K.A. in front of this, this could be a nice little push here that he just simply doesn't expect. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to do it, guys. We're going to go in with it, for the P.E.K.K.A. We're going to go in for the log, knowing that this man's is going to have to really struggle with this. And there's the log coming down from the opponent. We also now see the Infernal Tower. What we're going to do here is we are going to go in for, honestly, let's chill. We're doing so much damage there. That is absolutely beautiful. We're going to go in for a Wizard on defense. He will kill all of this. Look at this splash damage about to come through from the Wizard. Absolutely beautiful, guys. Let's go in for a Baby Dragon, take out that Princess. We're going to go ahead and split a Skeleton Army up to hopefully tank for the Wizard a little bit here. But it's looking like we aren't going to get that down in time. The Wizard is not going to get any hits on the tower, which is unfortunate. Let's go ahead, go in for a log, go in for a mini P.E.K.K.A., go in for a deep Goblin Barrel here, knowing that he's probably going to Goblin Gang the mini P.E.K.K.A. He has to log the barrel. He does land the barrel log. That's very well played. We do miss our Wizard placement a lot. And there's the first rocket coming down. So let's go ahead and Baby Dragon this. Let's see if we can start to get some value here. Is he going to Knight the Wizard or the Baby Dragon? Clearly, he Knights the Baby Dragon. The rocket is going to be what's potentially the difference maker with this deck. We'll see if we're going to be able to get it done. Let's go in for a mini P.E.K.K.A. Let's go in for a log. We're going to hopefully hit a Goblin Gang here. Ooh, he decided to go on the left side. I was really hoping, I expected him to go on the left side, but I was really hoping that he wouldn't, which is all good. Let's go ahead and wizard this. We're also going to go ahead and skeleton army this Goblin Barrel. We're going to be able to obviously take this out, but he does go in the front with it, so well played. Let's go in for a baby dragon here on the princess. Luckily, that will tank for everything. Let's go in for a Goblin Barrel here. There's his log. Our baby dragon is tanking. He's going to need a Goblin Gang that Goblin Barrel, and because he placed it in the front, the wizard splashes. Is the wizard going to splash on tower? It does, alongside the baby dragon. That is so much damage, guys. That is absolutely beautiful. We do catch this princess, which is awesome for us. We're going to go in for a wizard here. We're going to go in for a log. Are we going to catch another Goblin Gang? We honestly might. He has to log himself. Let's go in for a witch right here. We're going to see the Goblin Barrel come down. Let's go ahead and skeleton army in the front, knowing that he's going to have to go with it in the front, guys. Let's go in for a baby dragon. Our splash damage cards are really helping us out here. Let's go in for a Goblin Barrel in the front. We're also going to go ahead and log this to do a little bit of damage, and we're going to need to take down this Goblin Barrel. If he goes in the front with this, we're going to be able to take it out with our wizard, but no, he does not go in the front with it, so we're not out of the water yet. Let's go in for another baby dragon, hopefully, to help kill this princess. We're going to probably see Goblin Gang. His log was just used. His Goblin Gang was just used. He has no Goblin Barrel answers in cycle right now. He's going to need to deal with our goblins, and he's not able to. So really good game there. It was a long match, but we're able to get it done against, once again, one of the strongest decks, maybe not right now, but one of the strongest decks of all time in Clash Royale, Log Bait. We take it down with the Arena 14 double P.E.K.K.A deck. It's always a little stressful when they have Rocket like that, because obviously if they just have perfect defense and then rocket you out, there's nothing you can do, but luckily we were able to outcycle him, absolutely crush his tower with that Goblin Barrel. Here we are with our Hog Rider, Valkyrie, Mega Knight deck. We're going to go in for a Dark Goblin first play. He's one of the few air counters in this deck. Besides, I mean, you have a couple answers, obviously. We see the Valkyrie come down, though. Let's just go ahead and Goblin Barrel, apply some pressure. I don't think they're going to expect the Mega Knight. When you see a Dark Goblin and Goblin Barrel, you aren't typically going to have Mega Knight in the deck as well. And he does get the King Tower activation. Let's go ahead and go into the Valkyrie. We're also going to go into the Skarmy. The fact that he has NATO is pretty rough. Graveyard and Poison also going to do a great deal of damage. Luckily, we're able to arrows it and negate a lot of that damage, but hey, we did a lot of damage to that right side tower, which honestly is not too bad. The fact that he has NATO for our Hog Rider as well, though, I mean, it's rough out here. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. The fact that he's going to have a lot of good defensive answers is rough, as always. Let's go in for a Dark Goblin, though. Let's go in for a Goblin Barrel. I'm curious to see, does he have a Barb Barrel or does he only have the Tornado? Because if he only has Tornado, okay, Barb Barrel comes down. But if he only had the Tornado, that would actually been alright. But look at that damage coming through. We've taken down half of his tower by just placing our Dark Goblin and our Goblin Barrel here and there. So let's go ahead and force out maybe something else. I don't know. Let's go in for a Witch in the back. I know he has the Poison, but hey, we're going to hopefully get that Poison done on the Witch, and then we're going to be able to Skarmy his Graveyard potentially. Let's just wait and see what this Witch can do for us here. She's going to do a lot of damage, guys. Let's go ahead and Mega Knight the bridge. We don't want him to Graveyard or anything. It's really weird that he was just Valkyring the bridge like that. Let's go ahead and just actually counter push this. Both lanes here. The Mega Knight's going to take out that Valkyrie, and now we have a Valkyrie Witch left side. This is going to be a bit of damage. Let's go. Mega Knight is going to hop onto the tower if he doesn't place another card, guys. Let's go. Lots of damage coming through. And a hit. Oh my goodness. That's actually beautiful. Let's go ahead and just wait. We're going to be able to Dark Goblin this Ice Wizard once again, and then I think we're going to go in for a Deep Barrel. Guys, this Dark Goblin's going to help us out. He's going to have to poison that Dark Goblin. Ooh, it actually walks away. That does hurt. Wow, but look at this damage coming through on the right side tower. We were able to obviously pretty much stop the bleeding there on that left side, but we're going to have to Hog Rider this Valkyrie. She's going to walk backwards for a bit, and nice, we do force out the bomb tower. So we really want to make sure we try to defend the left side tower as best as possible, guys, because otherwise this is going to be very difficult. Let's go ahead and just Dark Goblin the bridge instantly here. I'm curious, right? Is there going to be a way that we take this out? The Ice Wizard barely makes it its way down. Let's go ahead and Witch this. We're also going to go ahead and maybe Valkyrie. I don't know. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. Nice. Honestly, we're just going to Mega Knight in front. The Witch is going to tank. He's going to go in for a Barb Barrel probably on that Witch. The Goblin Barrel will come down, and the guys, he's not going to have an answer to that Goblin Barrel besides the NATO, but that will not be a flawless defense there. That's massive for us. Let's go in for this. Let's go in for, honestly, I don't know. Let's wait a second here. He misses the bomb tower. Awesome. I think even if he hit that bomb tower, we would have been fine here. We played some pretty good defense that match. But once again, another really powerful deck here. Graveyard, Splash Yard even, with the bomb tower. It's just not going to get it done. We're able to get a huge win against another pretty meta deck that's been good throughout all of Clash Royale history. Now, because this deck has Fireball and Log, if you are struggling against Graveyard, that's going to be one of this deck's weaknesses. Of course, you can tank for Graveyard with the Valkyrie and then destroy it with the Dark Goblin. But if you're struggling with it, you can genuinely swap out Fireball for poison, but right here's a good example of why Fireball is going to be so good. The Tornado comes down, but the Valkyrie and Goblins doing work to this tower. We've taken down more than half the tower's HP in the first 30 seconds. That's what this deck is all about, and we're going to be able to apply constant pressure still. We saw the Princess, we saw the Flying Machine, we saw the Tornado. Really interesting start. I'm curious, right? He might have Mother Witch because of that Flying Machine. I'm curious, does he have any other Fireball bait? Let's go ahead and just Dark Goblin this, and then we're going to hit him with a Skeleton Barrel of our own, guys. We'll take it down. Hopefully this Dark Goblin doesn't get too tagged up. And look at that Skeleton Barrel. It's actually going to tank for the Dark Goblin, but the Dark Goblin does go down. Unfortunate, guys. Let's go ahead and yeah, let's just Valkyrie this. Valkyrie comes down. If he doesn't have like a skeleton army or something, this could, yeah, this will take his tower, guys. Oh wow, and he Flying Machines on top, so it won't take the tower due to the Flying Machine. But let's go ahead and just Fireball this. We hit the Flying Machine, we hit the Giant Skeleton, and that tower is just constantly getting tagged up here. Let's hope he does not have a Mother Witch. Otherwise, this will get a little crazy. We're going to probably see the Tornado. Let's go ahead and log. We do not want to lose our whole tower here, although it's looking like we might. Yikes, yeah. I had a feeling he was going to clone it. The Giant Skeleton. The Princess is really weird, but he takes the lead. He takes the lead. We're going against Clone, and we don't have a lot of splash. This might not be winnable, guys. This actually might not be. The fact that he has Magic Archer, Flying Machine, and Princess is really weird as well. He's got a lot of cards that are ranged. We'll see if we can take it down, like Witch as well. That's to be expected in a clone deck. Hopefully we can take tower here. We do a good amount of damage, honestly, so we'll take that. Let's go ahead and go in with a Goblin Barrel out here, knowing that he's going to need to Tornado that, which he does not have. Guys, we're going to go ahead and Fireball this. We're going to take that Fireball by value every time we see it. The Witch should die pretty easily here. Hopefully we don't lose too much of our tower. We're going to see the Giant Skeleton. We're going to see probably a Flying Machine. There it is. Let's go ahead and Valkyrie this. We're not going to see a reset for our Inferno Tower. So our Inferno Tower is going to be the key here to getting massive value consistently. Let's go ahead, go into the Skeleton Barrel, go into the Goblin Barrel, go in with all of this. He's going to have to Tornado something. We see the Witch come down. We're going to go ahead and log her, guys. Does she die here? She actually might. Ooh, nearly! She does die, actually. That's big. We're going to have to Fireball the right side tower. That we definitely need to keep in mind. Let's go ahead and do it. Oh, this hurts, though. Nice, we see the Giant Skeleton in the back. That gives us an opportunity. Let's go in for an Inferno Tower. We're going to have to cycle a little bit. We do have the lead, but it could go away just like that. Going against Clone, things can happen, and it gets crazy out here. So let's go ahead and Valkyrie that Magic Archer. We're going to go ahead and protect our Dark Goblin with a Skeleton Army. Beautiful Skeleton Army, guys. We're going to hopefully see this Witch get almost taken out. She's going to be able to get logged now. The Valkyrie's doing work on the Skeleton Giant Skeleton as well. Let's go in for maybe a Fireball if he gives us that value, but wow, we're going to see 4 Giant Skeletons here in a second, guys. This is going to get a bit chaotic. Let's go in for the Valkyrie. He's going to definitely clone here. I guess not. Wow, he decides against it. I am impressed. Let's go in for a Goblin Barrel. Let's go in for a Fireball here. We got to just take it down. We do see the Flying Machine. We're going to get some more hits. That is massive. Let's go ahead, Dark Goblin, and go in for a Skeleton Barrel. We need this Dark Goblin to put in a little bit of work here. We do see the Tornado come down, and the Flying Machine's going to be able to take it out due to the Tornado. Let's go ahead and actually just Inferno Tower this. We really don't want any extra damage coming through. We might see the Clone Spell come down. The Giant Skeleton's getting simply overwhelmed. What we can do here is we can go in for a Fireball and a Log. We'll take this out really nicely. The Witch will go down. Let's go ahead and see this Flying Machine is going to start getting targeted here. Let's go in for a Goblin Barrel. I know that he's got the Giant Skeleton, but we're going to Valkyrie the pocket. Let's go! We catch him off guard there with that. The Princess will die. The tower's getting targeted. Massive damage coming through. It's going to be game. He cannot hang. So once again, we played calm. We played good defense. We knew exactly what his cycle was. We were able to outplay him there. And even though he had a bunch of chaos in his deck, we were able to get the win. Awesome battles on today's video, guys. The deck links will be down below in the description if you'd like to try them out. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. Have a fantastic day. Master Diddy sign out.